The Prodigy's path to the final four-way, enormous. Die-hard Eddie Edwards was the first one to sign up and pay the entry fee, and he does not back down from a challenge.
Fantastic strength and grit determination from Eddie Edwards.
Bennett really uses his outside forces, I think, as well as anybody. Maria's up on the apron. Oh, no, collision.
Wait.
1, 2, 3, are you kidding me? Oh, look at her grab her face. My goodness, we're not in Oscar season anymore, honey.
This is Ring of Honor.
From the New Burns Arena, on the shores of the Inner Harbor here in Baltimore, Maryland, we welcome you to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Hello, everybody. I'm Kevin Kelly, joined as always by former ROH World Champion Nigel McGuinness. You just saw how Mike Bennett used the deceit and deception of Maria to score victory in the first encounter against die-hard Eddie Edwards. Tonight, the rematch and an elimination match. The All Night Express against the Young Bucks.
Now, earlier tonight, we got comments from both die-hard Eddie Edwards and from the Prodigy, Mike Bennett. Let's take you to see them.
Eddie Edwards, tonight's the night. The night that you get your rematch against the Prodigy. Mike Bennett, you get to ride my coattails one more night. But tonight's more personal to me, because I'm going to make sure you never touch the beautiful... Hey, up here. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to make sure you never touch the beautiful First Lady of Ring of Honor again. Eddie, I'm going to get in the ring with you. I'm going to hurt you, make sure you don't touch her or Brutal Bob, and show you and the rest of the world that I am better than the best.
Tonight, Mike Bennett, I get even for March Mayhem. Not only for the $24,000 you cost me, but the embarrassment you cost me. Because I fell for your girlfriend's trick. Tonight, Mike, if she gets in the way, I'm going to take her down. If Brutal Bob gets in the way, I'm going to take him down. Because tonight, the only thing I care about is getting even with you. Because tonight, your box office smash is going to be a flop.
Months he's gotten wins over a former world champion and a Canadian legend. Brash and arrogant, this self-described leading man of Ring of Honor, alongside the First Lady of ROH, with trainer Brutal Bob Evans in his corner as well. The plan is in place, but can Bennett make it 2 wins in a row over Eddie Edwards? Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
Following contest is set for one fall, and it is the rematch. Introducing first, the accompanied by his trainer, Brutal Bob Evans, and the First Lady of ROH, Maria Kanellis, wrestling out of South Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 222 pounds, the Prodigy, Mike Bennett.
Oh, look at this display of public affection
Warms
by
your heart.
these two sycophants. My goodness.
And here comes his opponent. You know, wins and losses here in Ring of Honor matter. A win for Edwards here tonight gets him back in the right direction, heading towards the Ring of Honor World title. Contenders collide here tonight in our first match.
His opponent, wrestling out of Boston, Massachusetts, weighing 211 pounds, die-hard Eddie Edwards!
The first of 2 main events here this week on Ring of Honor Wrestling. It's the Prodigy against Die Hard, and let's go to the tail of the tape, where you can see age even, height even, Bennett a couple of pounds larger, but Edwards with the big experience edge. These 2 men are not strangers, as their paths crossed before their days in Ring of Honor, and Bennett's adherence to the Code of Honor sketchy at best.
I think there should be a tail of the tape for Maria as well. I'd like to know her stats.
And Brutal Bob Evans, that foul man with his odorous breath, chomping on that noxious cigar at all times.
You talked about how their paths crossed before, Kevin. I mean, these guys both started in the New England area.
Yeah,
is that
they
correct?
certainly did. And, you know, there's more to this story we're working on. Brutal Bob may have played a role in that. They eschew the code of honor here on this one, and it's trash talking and jaw jacking right off the bat.
Don't think for 1 second Edward hasn't forgotten what happened last time these two faced off.
Yeah, that lady right there, that minx. Horrific acting job, but it was just enough to cause a momentary distraction. Eddie Edwards is a sportsman, and when he thought that Maria got knocked down off the apron because of something that he did, his gentlemanly instinct kicked in. And the Prodigy capitalized. Deceit and deception, as I said, off the start.
Well, lightning won't strike twice here, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Eddie Edwards certainly made that point abundantly clear. So the Prodigy, Mike Bennett, diehard Eddie Edwards, the first of two main events here this week. The other, an elimination tag team matchup. The All Night Express against the Young Bucks.
Eddie very quickly out of the rear chin lock there.
And we also have huge news about Border Wars and the World title match. We'll talk about that later on as Edwards takes control of the left arm.
Keeping that wrist. Oh, lovely.
Great escapability there from the Prodigy. Of course, Maria has a lot of irons and a lot of fires, Nigel.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah, well, I meant in terms of business. She is a businesswoman. And she's doing some production work on this out in Hollywood. And I understand that Bennett is getting a lot of opportunities Hollywood-related because of his relationship to Maria Kanellis there.
A lot of business. Monkey business, if you will. Risky business, perhaps.
And, oh, yeah. At their core, they're two tough guys from the New England region.
Still trash talking.
Yeah. And
Big mistake.
Here in Ring of Honor, they're two of the finest. Hurricane Rana take over there. Follows up with the arm drag.
Right over there with Brutal Bob. Oh, and a chop for his troubles. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you look at the Team Prodigy, if you will, the three members with Brutal Bob and Maria, they're a well-oiled machine. Oh, wait a minute now. Look at the way Edwards slips in.
Shades of Lance Storm there. Just couldn't keep it on long enough, though.
Bennett charges in, but gets rolled up for his troubles, too. And look at the quick counter.
The way Edwards there knows that Bennett just too strong to kick, to get pinned there. Grabs that leg into the STF.
You could see on Edwards' back the scars of battle. That was courtesy of the first matchup. Brutal Bob Evans dropped Edwards back first across the barricade and lacerated his back. Even after all this time, those scars have yet to heal. That foul man, as I say, did some damage to Edwards in their first encounter.
What a foul man indeed. Horrible face, but I guess at least he saved some money at Halloween.
Blistering chops there from Die Hard Eddie Edwards.
Reversal in a boot.
Still trash talking is the Prodigy. Wait a minute now. Edwards has got the Prodigy coming and going. What a boot into the barricade.
Watch out, Eddie. Bob's behind you. Smart.
Stay to the side where you at least have the odds in your favor. Out of the way of the Prodigy, and a chop hard to the chest. Danger zone here, though.
Oh!
Russian leg sweep right into the barricade.
And his lower back there right against the guardrail. We drew attention earlier to the scars on his lower back. They're not just superficial. There was damage done beneath the skin as well.
Certainly was. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take our first commercial break. We'll be back. Stay with us. This match continues. Ring of Honor returns to New York City and pay-per-view. Best in the World 2012 from Manhattan Center's Hammerstein Ballroom on Sunday, June 24th, 5 p.m. Eastern start time. For all the information on how you can see Best in the World anywhere in the world with internet access, just go to ROHWrestling.com. My guests this time are going to be a huge part of Best in the World. Truth Martini, Roderick Strong, the World Television Champion, Unbreakable Michael Elgin.
That title, Best in the World, is so fitting because I am the TV super duper King Kong mega managerial sensation. Michael Elgin had the best match of 2012. This is the best wrestler to step in the Ring of Honor ring. The Ring of Honor Television Champion, Roderick Strong. All combined, we are simply the best.
Michael? See, I still have a world title shot in my back pocket, so I could be walking in New York, world champion.
What about that?
No. Don't get ahead of yourself, young man, because I'm going to be a double champion.
All right, we'll see what happens at Best in the World. We're back on Ring of Honor Wrestling. The rematch between Eddie Edwards and the Prodigy Mike Bennett continues throughout the break. The Prodigy continued to try to press his advantage, but diehard Eddie Edwards, living up to his name, won't stay down.
Oh, and take a look at that.
Man.
Whips him off the top rope, puts his knee down, lands high on his back.
Cover, 2, and he kicks out. As I mentioned, fans, we have huge news about the Border Wars event, and we will have news about the world title match between Davey Richards and Kevin Steen. That's coming up in our Inside Ring of Honor segment. But look at the way the Prodigy uses his leg to press Edwards throat first across the middle strand.
Now talking in his ear as well. Let's see if Bob tries to get involved again.
Chomping on that foul cigar at all times. What a contrast. The lovely Maria on one side and brutal Bob Evans on the other.
Right hand just fires him up though. Look at Eddie.
Edwards is crawling up. He's fighting back. He throws a forearm smash.
And that's actually his injured elbow, isn't it? Right?
Yeah, it certainly is. They stand toe to toe.
Just look at the force behind those forearm blows. Wham!
Bennett with a head of steam. Boot across the jaw of Eddie Edwards. There's a response from Edwards.
And one there from Bennett. Who's going to get the up here?
Oh, what a right hand. The spit flies out of the mouth of diehard Eddie Edwards.
Pulls down. Oh, watch out.
Right to the spine.
Soccer kick to the back. Bennett in trouble. Edwards could fly. No!
Brutal Bob there. Heads him off at the pass. Watch out from behind. Out of the way again. Oh!
Moonsault from the apron to the floor. Look at Edwards. He's on fire here.
Pain coursing through his body, but diehard Eddie Edwards knows that that moonsault may have changed fortunes here in the rematch against the Prodigy.
Bob Evans doing his best. Try and change their direction of things here.
Now the Prodigy roll back in. Edwards looking to capitalize.
Watch out, Eddie, right behind you. Beauty and the Beast.
Bennett gets the boot up just in the nick of time and now goes to the second rope. The enziguri scores. Wrapping the legs up tight. Backpack chin breaker coming up.
Oh!
Drills him. 1, 2. Oh, the kick out, but look at the quick float into the Achilles lock.
And Brutal Bob just, again, this is ridiculous. Sinclair has to, wait a second, he's got him up.
Uses that TKO effectively. Brutal Bob for the second time. Necessary evil for the Prodigy out on the floor. Super kick scores.
Double knees.
Double knees right to the chest. Oh, spine buster there. 2, no.
Just a 2 count. I'd have to call this about 50-50 each way here.
It really has. The Prodigy Mike Bennett. Diehard Eddie Edwards. Who will come out on top? First of our two main events here this week on Ring of Honor Wrestling.
At this point in the match, Kevin, you've got to try and push that advantage. Both men tired, both men weak, susceptible to finishing moves the like. We'll see what he's going to go for here, perhaps a superplex.
Trying the superplex out of the corner. You've said it so many times, the margin of victory gets slighter and slighter the later a match goes. It can be easy to be defeated when you are weakened. And wait a minute now.
And again, Bob Evans.
Oh,
there you go.
Double stomp.
Wait a second.
Goes for the roll-up. Inside cradle. 2. Got him.
The winner of the match, Die-Hard Eddie Edwards.
So despite the repeated interference attempts by brutal Bob Evans, Die-Hard Eddie Edwards gets the win. But look out, Maria putting the bad mouth on Edwards, and the Prodigy lowers the boom from behind, Nigel.
Well, you talked about winning the battle, but not winning the war. That could be here. Look at Bob Evans.
Give him to me, he says. What's he talking about?
Wait a second.
It's grizzled, miserable trainer.
Bob used to be quite a hand back in the day.
He certainly did.
Oh!
Backbreaker. I've never seen Brutal Bob execute a wrestling move, but we just saw one there. And now look at this, Nigel.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she just...
Slap to the face.
Oh, my.
Humiliating.
Insult added to injury. We have got to get out of here. We've seen enough of this. We'll be right back.
More Ring of Honor Wrestling is just a click away. Get involved, get informed, and get social. Visit ROHWrestling.com for past and present videos, new ROH merchandise, and information on how to become a ringside member. Follow ROH on Twitter for up-to-the-minute info on Ring of Honor wrestlers and live events. And don't just follow, become part of the conversation with the official ROH Facebook page and interact with fans from all around the world. Join the ROH social revolution anytime from anywhere. Ring of Honor. This is wrestling. You can own the historic action of Ring of Honor's Battle in the Carolinas weekend on DVD. Southern Defiance in Spartanburg features 7 great matches, including a 20-man Honor Rumble. Northern Aggression in Greensboro includes the entire 8-man tag team match that became the longest match in modern pro wrestling history. It's 2 discs, 6 hours of action with exclusive bonus interviews, all for one low price. Go to ROHWrestling.com and order your copy of Battle in the Carolinas weekend now.
We're back on Ring of Honor Wrestling with a man whose heart is as big as the great outdoors. He's not the biggest dog in the fight, but he's tenacious.
He certainly is.
This match is set for one fall. Introducing first, wrestling out of the Kodiak Pass of the Yukon Territory, weighing 148 pounds, Grizzly Redwood.
Chop him down. Chop, chop, chop him down. That's what Grizzly's M.O. is. But he's getting set to face a young man making his Ring of Honor debut. Kamel Dickinson from Bermuda, wearing a traditional Gumbe cape. I've learned quite a bit about Bermudian culture, but will we learn that Kamel Dickinson is the real deal here in ROH?
His opponent, wrestling out of Bermuda, weighing 230 pounds, Kamel Dickinson.
Background in boxing, professional fighter at one time. Now let's go to the tail of the tape, where you can see, wait a minute, the hell is this? Are you kidding me? I mean, are you absolutely kidding me? Every time Grizzly Redwood gets an opportunity to compete, that no-good skunk, Truth Martini, decides he's going to rain on Grizz's parade.
What does he have against this guy? He's a bully, that's what it is.
He certainly is.
He thinks this is the one guy in Ring of Honor he can pick on.
Yeah, well, everybody calls Truth Martini the one.
The managerial sensation, Truth Martini, a.k.a. the one, has a proposition to make. Now, instead of you two wrestling each other, how about you two team up and wrestle against Unbreakable Michael Elgin?
Oh, yeah, great.
And there's a reason for that. And that is to prove to you, hell. That's to prove to all of you that this man is truly unbreakable. Now, maybe your pride will want you to say no, but I'm going to offer you something that makes the world go round. Something that buys love and happiness, and that something, my friend, is money. Count it. $1,000. Split it the way you two want.
Well, look at it.
While you think about it, we'll go over here. Everybody, why they think?
Be careful,
talk amongst
Grizz.
yourself.
Well, hey, listen, $1,000 is $1,000. I'm sure that both Grizzly and Kamel could use that kind of
Is it
scratch.
a yes?
It's a yes, let's go.
It's a yes. Elgin, they say God created all men equal.
They were wrong.
All right, so now it's going to be a handicap match, Nigel. Grizzly Redwood and Kamel Dickinson teaming up to take on Unbreakable Michael Elgin.
I just don't know what truth he's trying to prove here. Well, I guess he's, as he said, trying to prove that not all men are created equal.
Well,
That's clear.
So Kamel Dickinson, making his Ring of Honor debut, was set to face Grizzly Redwood, and instead now has found himself having to tangle with Unbreakable Michael Elgin.
We talked about opportunity in the past here in Ring of Honor, and this young guy, Kamel, getting a big opportunity here.
Well, he certainly was. I mean, look at the opportunity that Elgin got. Back at Showdown in the Sun, his Blind Destiny matchup with Davey Richards was for the Ring of Honor World title. He came within an eyelash of becoming the champion. One of the greatest matches, perhaps the match of the year in 2012. Oh, wait a minute.
Look at that, just caught him like a baby.
Power Slam 2. Well, it's an opportunity for Truth Martini to come out here and flap his gums as well. Calling himself the One. Says you can meet thousands of people and they have no effect. But when you meet the one person who makes a difference, your life has changed forever. That's why Truth Martini says he is the one.
Sounds like something you'd read on a dating website.
Oh, look at Elgin now.
Look at the strength.
Yeah.
That's it.
Say goodnight. The power bomb from Michael Elgin, and Kamel Knights Dickinson is done.
Stick a fork in him.
Yep.
Well, he's rolled to the outside. He's at least rolled to the apron. That's a smart move.
Now you can see Paul Turner knows that Kamel Dickinson is done for.
Referees now coming to the outside.
Yeah, Gino Colucci and Brian Gorey are out here trying to assist Kamel Dickinson.
Wait a second. Grizz firing up on them.
And look at Grizz.
Oh, yeah. Sleeper hold. Oh, no. Just too big, too strong.
Out of the way of Elgin. Here comes Grizzly. But he gets caught. Oh, come on. Oh. Straight up and down powerbomb on the edge of the ring frame. World Television Champion Roderick Strong, an eyewitness to the carnage of Unbreakable Michael Elgin.
The crowd screaming out for Elgin here. As we said it in the past, you know, we let fans say what they want to say. That's what Ring of Honor is all about. Oh! Tornado DDT. Well done, Grizz.
Cover. And Kamel Dickinson with obviously in no shape to continue. Now Grizzly finds himself having to go it alone here. And as if the odds weren't against Grizz to begin with, I mean, look at his entire life. Born premature, dozens of surgeries before the age of 4 years old. Doctors said he would never walk, never speak, but he overcame all those odds to not only lead a productive life, but to become an athlete, to become a Ring of Honor wrestler, living his dream here in ROH.
Oh, big, big backbreaker. Elgin must outweigh him by, what, 200 pounds, you think?
At least.
Just dwarfs him.
But Grizzly fighting from underneath, though, Nigel.
Yeah, he's doing his best, but it's just so dangerous. When you've got that weight difference there, you can really hurt a man. Chin breaker.
Grizz creates some distance but gets knocked down with the elbow. And I think Elgin has about had enough.
I think so. I mean, if I'm Grizz here, what do you do against Elgin?
All right, now.
You can't out-power him. You can't out-wrestle him. Wait a second. Just coming down here to ringside.
Jay Lethal, he's coming down here. What? Lethal's taking. Lethal goes to the corner. He's got the tag rope. He wants to be Grizz's partner, Nigel.
Absolutely. They wanted a tag match before, a handicap match. They've got one now, but not the one they wanted.
Turner says it's okay. Can Grizz make the tag to Jay Lethal now?
Well, Lethal may have wasted his time coming down here. If Grizz doesn't get over and make a tag very soon.
Yeah, it may be all for naught, but nonetheless, Jay Lethal saw what was going on.
Look at Grizz squirming away on the outside. He moves. Come on, Grizz, get over there.
Grizz crawling. So close. Enziguri.
Just enough.
And there he goes. So now Jay Lethal, the unlikely partner of Grizzly Redwood in this unlikely handicap match.
Look at him fly. Yeah. Martini livid on the outside, losing the plot. Watch out. Handspring back elbow.
Cover. 2. Elgin sneaks that shoulder up. Well, you know, we saw Jay Lethal come to the aid of Davey Richards last week. And here this week now, Jay Lethal comes to the aid of Grizzly Redwood. Lethal combination. Cover. 2. No.
Just a 2, but this could really backfire on Martini here in the House of Truth. He's calling for it. Hail to the King. Is he going to go up for the elbow? I don't know if Elgin's weakened enough.
Hold it. Wait a minute. Roderick Strong just throws Grizzly Redwood's frame into the barricade. Are you kidding me? Lethal goes to the top, but Elgin cuts him off. Roderick Strong with a cowardly move, pulling Grizzly Redwood down, sending him into the barricade. No help for Lethal now. Oh, man. 1, 2, no.
Just the 2. I don't know if we can see Grizzly down there. Wait a second. Again. Oh, what a wanker. Twice right. Now he's getting on the apron. Ref Paul Turner's got to do something here.
Lethal escapes the powerbomb attempt.
He's calling for it.
He sees Strong on the apron. He gives the television champion one. Oh, what a...
Oh, spinning back fist. Lethal is out. For some reason, Elgin just picks him up.
Hold on a second. Now, here comes Roderick Strong.
Well, wait a second. You see that? He pushed him off.
And that leads to the bell, a disqualification.
There is trouble with the foundation of the House of Truth here. Wait a second.
Strong was hot because Lethal pickled him, but Elgin wanted to finish Jay Lethal off himself. And now Truth Martini trying to play peacemaker.
Ladies and gentlemen, Unbreakable Michael Elgin has been disqualified.
There you go.
Oh, that's going to sting. That's going to... Wait a minute. Look at Lethal. Oh, he catches Strong with the lethal injection.
And if you saw there, Michael Elgin just stepped off to one side and let it happen.
Was that move intended for Roddy or for Elgin? Either way, Strong ate it. Wild action here. And we go inside Ring of Honor next. Stay with us.
Now, you can own ROH's 10th anniversary event, Young Wolves Rising, on home video. See the complete card, including the epic tag team Clash of Generations, as Davey Richards and Kyle O'Reilly battle Eddie Edwards and Adam Cole. Kevin Steen wages war with Jimmy Jacobs. The Young Bucks battle the Briscoes for the tag team title. Plus Jay Lethal, the House of Truth, and more, including bonus interviews and footage. It's Young Wolves Rising, available now on DVD from ROHWrestling.com. If your high school, college, or civic organization would like a fun and exciting way to raise money, you can bring Ring of Honor action to your city live and receive a share of the proceeds. School sports teams, booster clubs, police and fire organizations, and more can raise funds while providing the wrestling fans in your town with the live action and excitement that only Ring of Honor Wrestling supplies. For more information, email info@rohwrestling.com. Ring of Honor and your school or civic group can make an unbeatable tag team.
Two of Ring of Honor's top tag teams battle to settle the score. Plus, the best in the world invade New York City. We'll have that and more tonight inside Ring of Honor. The Young Bucks and the All Night Express have been engaged in a bitter rivalry for months, and it all comes to a head in tonight's TV main event. These two teams last tangled here on TV just 2 weeks ago as uninvited guests in the matchup between Technical Lightning TJ Perkins and No Fear Mike Mondo. Drop kick to the back of the head. Mondo's on Dream Street. Missile drop kick. Caught it.
Wait a second.
Two, and look up the ramp, Nigel. Look who's creeping down here to ringside.
The freaking superstars, as they like to call themselves, the Young Bucks, down at ringside now.
Look at Mondo, the veteran move, rolling out of the way, and now
he does.
Yeah, Matt Jackson just grabs a hold of the foot of TJ Perkins. Hold it now.
Well, right in front of the referee here. I guess he didn't hit him, so he didn't call for a DQ.
Turner letting some nonsense go here, but
treading a fine line.
Mondo, he sees Perkins stop almost in midair, and now finding some solace with the Young Bucks, but look out! Everybody down! Wait a minute now. Mondo's tied up with the referee, and Nick Jackson's got a hold of the boot. Now, double arm DDT.
That's going to be it, I think.
1, 2, and 3. The Young Bucks and Mondo both have a distaste for Perkins, and now the three of them are putting the boots. Come on.
And look at this. The All Knights.
The All Night Express. They want a piece of the Young Bucks. Brett Kenny going after the Young Bucks. And now Perkins, King, and Titus are tattooing Matt Jackson. Nick Jackson and Mondo out on the floor. Perkins was just about to wipe that out.
Matt, Nick, I will never forget the pain that you guys put me through. I was sitting in that hospital bed, getting anesthesia poured over my mouth, counting backwards from 100, not knowing if I'll ever wake up again. Well, guess what, boys? This guy's awake, and one of you two is gonna go to sleep.
You see, it's like Christmas time for the All Night Express. You remember that feeling of Christmas where you went to sleep and couldn't go to sleep because you just didn't know what you were gonna get? Well, check it out. The All Night Express is gonna play Santa Claus to y'all, and here's what you're gonna get. Black eyes, broken legs, and hospital beds. December 25th is long and gone, but we playing Christmas, Santa Claus. Good night, ho, ho, hoes.
Tonight, the big match, the rubber match. Who's gonna win this thing? Huh. You're looking at it. You're looking at two rock stars, two guys that specialize in tag team wrestling. Rhett's whining, my leg. When they put me to sleep, I didn't know if I was ever gonna wake up. Well, Rhett, I assure you tonight, you ain't gonna wake up. And Kenny, we got 2 feet that are gonna go down your throat tonight. Super kicks with your name on it. We'll give you more bang for your buck, ain't that right, Nick? Woo.
That matchup still to come here tonight. Meanwhile, fans from all over the world are eagerly anticipating the return of Ring of Honor to the Big Apple for our annual summer blockbuster, Best in the World, Sunday, June 24th. It takes place live at 5 p.m. Eastern at the Manhattan Center's Hammerstein Ballroom. And we'll begin announcing matches soon here on television. Tickets are on sale now, or you can see it live as it happens anywhere with internet access on pay-per-view. Go to ROHWrestling.com for all the details. Next week's Ring of Honor television show is one you cannot afford to miss. A Road Rage edition on location at Border Wars in Toronto. including, for the first time on broadcast television in its entirety, the ROH World Championship match between the American Wolf Davey Richards and wrestling's worst nightmare Kevin Steen. Join us next week for that epic match right here on Ring of Honor Television. The summer extravaganza from Ring of Honor is Best in the World 2012 from the Manhattan Center's Hammerstein Ballroom in New York on Sunday, June 24th, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Live all around the world on pay-per-view. Just go to ROHWrestling.com to find out how you could be a part of Best in the World. My guest at this time returned to Ring of Honor at Best in the World 1 year ago. Jay Lethal, what's in store for the fans on June 24th?
Kevin Kelly, everything happens for a reason. For instance, I came back to Ring of Honor because I gotta be the best in the world. Ring of Honor's biggest event, Best in the World, is in New York City, a place where people come from all over the world because they gotta be the best. Kevin Kelly, the bottom line is this, and when I sit and think about it, I say to myself, fire was made to be hot, animals were made to be food, women were made to be mothers. I was made to be the best in the world.
We'll see you on Sunday, June 24th. Welcome back to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Before our main event, the All Night Express against the Young Bucks, we want to take you back to a tense scene at the conclusion of Jay Lethal and the situation with Michael Elgin. Look at this.
Let's take a look at this here. Both men almost ready to fight, but literally has to force the hands together. Roderick Strong, I don't know, it's a handshake there, but Lord only knows what's going to happen down the line. Up next, the main event.
Truth made them shake hands. There is more to this story. We'll continue to follow it. Now it's time for our main event.
And we are back with our second main event of the hour. And yes, fans, you heard that correctly. Next week, in its entirety, it's Kevin Steen versus Davey Richards for the world title. But right now, it's the Young Bucks, who have been unable to put the All Night Express down for good. But could tonight's elimination tag match seal the deal for the freaking superstars, the Young Bucks?
They've been more obnoxious than ever. They're going to look to put down Rhett and Kenny once and for all. Overcoming injuries and obstacles is nothing new for this team representing Sin City and the Jersey Shore. If there were twin sons of different mothers in ROH, it's these two, the All Night Express. Let's go to Bobby Cruz.
This is a television main event. It is a grudge tag team elimination match. Introducing first, team number one in the ring. Wrestling out of Rancho Cucamonga, California. At a combined weight of 382 pounds, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young.
Oh, wait a minute, Bobby, get out of the way because we're not going to wait for anything. The All Night Express tearing right after Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. It's an elimination tag team match.
Which basically means, correct me if I'm wrong, both tag team members have to be pinned to be eliminated.
Absolutely, there has to be eliminations on both sides. Where actually you got to eliminate both members to win the matchup. And this is a great chance for Rhett and Kenny to finally end things with the Young Bucks and vice versa. Because I know the Young Bucks are sick and tired of getting chased by Rhett and Kenny. Oh, man. But you know what? After everything that the Young Bucks did, felonious assault on Rhett Titus's knee, costing him a World Tag Team title match, it's good to see that Rhett Titus is back off the injured list, and he and Kenny King are standing tall and fighting back.
Absolutely, and they called this the rubber match. You know, after the showdown in the Suns, Duel didn't set anything as the teams split respective matches, and each team won the other's speciality. So maybe things will get settled here. Let's see.
And I think it's critical, Nigel, for the All Night Express to win the first fall, because I think if they get down to a two-man disadvantage here, the Young Bucks capitalize on those opportunities better than anybody. They've already started here very quickly. Stomping away on Rhett Titus.
Sinclair tied up with Kenny King in the corner there, needs to turn him around. Grab that tag rope. There you go.
So we saw King and Titus hit the ring, explosive faction. But the Young Bucks have slowed it down. And for all their high-flying skill, Nigel, the Young Bucks do a great job when they really dictate the pace.
Absolutely, and it's funny because normally, certainly a few years ago, you'd see the Young Bucks try and increase the pace. That would have favored them, but for now, for whatever reason, they're having a habit of slowing it down. I'm not sure if that's really the best advantage.
Well, it really has worked to their favor, though. They have been very successful. Wait a minute.
Schoolboy, no referee, though.
Oh, yeah, and you can see with the referee distracted, Rhett Titus was unable to even get a pinfall there. The All Knights looking to get a 2-on-1 advantage here. Who will be the first to have someone eliminated?
I've never actually wrestled in one of these grudge elimination matches, so I was thinking earlier today, how would I approach it? What's the tactics that you've got to go in? Because, you know, you've got to understand the match isn't going to finish after one pinfall, and so you go in too fast, you lose your partner, you're going to be in a terrible situation. So I don't know how to approach it.
And again, with kind of that, you know, that blind rage that Rhett and Kenny have been in, courtesy of the Young Bucks. They just want to win at all costs and do whatever they have to do.
Here we
Watch
go.
out. Kenny King off the tag, knocking down both Young Bucks left and right with a series of clotheslines.
Oh, yeah, right between the shoulder blades. Pretty boy Pitbull on fire.
Titus stalking Matt Jackson. Watch out for the super kick. Wait a minute.
Trap leg suplex. Watch out for that super kick. He got it.
Nick measured him and scored with the super kick. Kenny King has to roll to the floor. Rhett Titus, though, standing strong. Misses with, wait a minute, great escapability there. Flies in and drops Titus face first, but there's King.
Oh!
Shotgun knees. Oh, my!
Springboard DDT onto the apron. Matt Jackson, yes, a reason to smile indeed.
They are freaking rock stars, I guess you could say, but look out, here comes Rhett Titus flying over the top rope.
Well, look at him, landed fine on that one, but a slight misdirection in either way. He could have messed his knee up again.
And it has been a hard road of recovery and rehabilitation for Rhett Titus, his surgically repaired knee, courtesy of the Young Bucks. And time goes by very quickly when you're talking about, you know, days and important holidays and things like that. But when you're rehabilitating an injury, it seems to take forever.
You ain't kidding. I spent a lot of my time on the shelf. Watch
Ooh!
out! Super kick for Titus. Stereo super kicks for King. Is that the first?
1, 2, yes!
It is!
So Kenny King has been eliminated.
Kenny King has been eliminated.
And now Rhett Titus faces 2-on-1 odds against the Young Bucks.
The team that has both members eliminated will lose this match.
Rhett Titus having to fight both Young Bucks. With Kenny King eliminated, Rhett Titus has to fight both Young Bucks alone. We take our final commercial break, fans. We'll be back with the conclusion of this elimination match in 2 minutes. Oh, we're back. Ring of Honor Wrestling continues. Our second of 2 main events. An elimination tag team match. The All Night Express against the Young Bucks. You just saw the Bucks capitalize on a double team opportunity. It's 2-on-1, Nigel, because Kenny King has already been eliminated.
He has been eliminated. You mentioned earlier, if they can get the 2-on-1 advantage, it's going to be all she wrote for All Night Express. I don't like Rhett's chances here.
And especially because Titus has fought so hard to come back from injury. We don't know if he's 100%, but again, we know that the Young Bucks are going to look to capitalize and physically dissect Rhett Titus and send things down for good with the All Night Express. Fans, as we mentioned earlier on, next week here on the program, a special Road Rage edition of Ring of Honor Wrestling from Border Wars in Toronto in its entirety. For the world title, it'll be Kevin Steen versus Davey Richards. That's next week right here on Ring of Honor Wrestling. Senton in from the outside, but look at the way Matt hangs on. Another suplex. Cover.
Just a 1 count, though.
That surprises me.
Yeah, Retsky the Jet Ski still got some oomph left in his system. But the longer this goes, Kevin, the less that's going to be the case. And ultimately, you can fight, you can try your hardest, but when it's 2-on-1, how long can you survive?
Nick measures him and drops the elbow across that surgically repaired left knee.
Oh, look at that showboating. This is a mistake in my book, because if you're Rhett Titus, you've got one chance to beat these guys, and that is sooner rather than later. So if you're the Young Bucks, you've got to take that advantage now, otherwise you're going to give him an opportunity.
And this is where the pace, the dictation of the pace becomes so critical, because the Young Bucks are very measured here in their offensive approach.
And again, just look at this. Forget about showboating, just throw it. There you go, Rhett. Go on. Go on, son. Show him.
And just when Titus has a window of opportunity, the other member of the Bucks is there to close it. And again, I mean, the Jacksons have got to feel pretty good about the fact that there is no more Kenny King out here, that Rhett Titus is having to fight this alone because they've already eliminated Kenny King. And will that hubris lead to an opportunity for advancement here from Rhett Titus? Or can the Young Bucks shut it down?
I mean, your betting money obviously has to be on the Young Bucks. They can put a team away when they've got 2 opponents, so against 1?
Oh,
wait a second.
Shoulders down. 2. And right back on him.
Just a 2 count, yeah.
A lot of tension earlier on, as we highlighted, between the members of the House of Truth. Truth Martini had to basically pull the hands of Roderick Strong and Unbreakable Michael Elgin together after a miscommunication caused some physical conflict earlier on. We will continue to follow that story. I have a feeling that Truth Martini is having to play United Nations big time. Oh, no!
Look at that!
A big miscommunication from the Young Bucks.
Northern Lights!
2, but springboard in, double stomp. Right across the midsection to break up the pin.
And again, we are seeing it time and time again in this match now without Kenny King. Rhett Titus can take the advantage, but he can't press that advantage. He can't get a 3 count because there's always someone on the outside to break up a pinfall.
And now up on the shoulders.
More bang for your buck, perhaps. No.
Out of the way goes Titus.
Owen Hart, roll up.
2, 3.
I got it!
Oh, Matt got rolled up and pinned. Big kick, 2, no.
And now it's almost even Stevens. Nick Jackson, Rhett Titus left in it, and they made a huge mistake.
Look at Kenny King.
Wait a second, yep. Kenny King coming back out here. The referees grabbed him. They forced him to go to the back. Well, he said, no way, I'm coming back out here.
Yeah, I mean, King did the sporting thing, and after he was eliminated, he went to the locker room, and as soon as King saw that Matt Jackson wasn't leaving, that's when Kenny King came out and said, I'm going to make sure these odds are even up.
Absolutely. Tit for tat.
And good for them.
Good for the goose. Good for the gander.
So now Rhett Titus and Nick Jackson in this elimination matchup. Titus slowed and hobbled.
Barely come with anything there with the injured knee. All right, clothesline. Got him rocking and rolling now.
Beautiful backdrop.
Shaking off that leg. Keep it going, Rhett. Whoa, nice looking drop kick.
Despite everything, Titus throws a great drop kick.
Even with the bad wheel, yeah.
And they say they can kick it all night long, but can they put the Young Bucks away here in our second of 2 main events? There's Nick, head of steam, up on the shoulders, Samoan drop. Oh, he crushed him hard. Will this do it? 2, no. But Nick Jackson is slowed, Nigel. You could see it.
Without a doubt, I mean, the tide has certainly changed in this one. It looked like, you know, Rhett wasn't going to have much of a chance. Now, Rhett, wait a second.
Hold on a second.
Matt Jackson.
He's already been eliminated. He shouldn't be involved, but he is, and so Kenny King.
Oh, face buster on the apron. Watch out, Rhett, behind you.
Kenny telling Rhett to turn around instead. Wait, super kick. Countered by Titus.
Clothesline, that's got to be it.
Oh! Big DDT! Got him!
Nick Jackson has been eliminated. The winners of the tag team elimination match, the All-Night Express.
The All-Night Express have got retribution against the Young Bucks. A big win, a huge main event win over the Young Bucks. Fans, next week, Road Rage from Border Wars. Steve versus Richards for the ROH World title in its entirety. Don't you dare miss it.